Good morning, AP Psych students. Today is Wednesday, August 12th. If you're watching this, you probably had trouble logging in or you were absent. So I'm just putting together what we did today for you. If you would kind of look at the daily agenda, you've got everything there that you need to do. So be aware of that. Today is Code of Conduct review for the school. And so you want to make sure you complete your Code of Conduct review. If you were absent, you should have done a piece in each class on the daily agenda. It tells you what to do for this class, but frankly, you need to complete the whole set of modules. So this is what it looks like. You can see in the background in your course list, it's called Code of Conduct 2021 Preview. So for each period, it shows you on the agenda what section you were supposed to do, but by the end of the day, you should have completed all the Code of Conduct. So if you haven't done that, log in, complete the Code of Conduct, and you're good for that. So as for Psych, we are going to have a very short lesson today. It's a Wednesday, and I'm trying to get it up. I'm having a little issue with, let me see if I can open it from my drive. It's just circling here. So we're going to turn that off. I got too many tabs open, so I'm going to close those. So today we're just going to talk about mastery standards. I talked to you about mastery learning yesterday, and I want to talk to you about mastery standards today so that you understand it. I think once you see the standards, if we can get them open, then you'll understand what I'm talking about when I talk about the mastery standards and how you're tested. So at the beginning of the unit, you're going to get this set of mastery standards. So our first unit, you can see it coming up. Yay, it's there. Is Unit 1A, and this is the mastery standard. So the thing I want you to do is go to your agenda, and in the notes section, it says that I want you to create a subfolder in your AP Psych folder, and I want you to title it Unit 1A, History and Approaches. Unit 1A, History and Approaches. So that you're going to make a subfolder. And then in that subfolder, so you'll have it open, you're going to make a copy of the mastery standards. All right, so you go up and you hit File, make a copy. It now says copy of mastery standards, probably, and copy of Unit 1A mastery standards. And you're going to move that into your Unit 1A subfolder into your Psych folder. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If not, send me an email and I'll just write you some instructions. I can do that for you. Okay, so these are the mastery, your first set of mastery standards, right? And you can see, here's what we do. Here's the standard one. Standard one, I can compare how the historical approaches of structuralism and functionalism were used to explain behavior. So last night you should have read about structuralism. Tonight you're going to read about functionalism. Tomorrow I'll do a little lecture for you to put it all together. You would have watched videos and things. So maybe by the end of today you will be able to compare structuralism and functionalism. It tells you what vocabulary it is. It tells you where in the textbook you'd find it. It's in Module 1 if you use the textbook, but if you use the s'mores, you're good to go. And then it'll tell you, what are you supposed to know? You need to know that the contributions of, it's called Wundt, it's German. Wundt, looks like want, Titchener, Darwin, James, Hall, Calkins, and Washburn to the history of psychology. So in your readings, I probably won't talk about Calkins and Washburn. It's in the reading that you would have done. So make sure you've got that in your notes. Probably James and Hall too. I'm going to talk about Wundt, Titchener, maybe a little Darwin tomorrow. And then explain how introspection was used in early psychology and why it was not reliable. So you should have watched a video on it, should have read about it. So you may, again, be able to answer this question and then compare structuralism and functionalism. That's what AP wants you to be able to do. And so what I gave you that to do in the reading should answer those questions. It tells you the people you need to know. And so that's standard one. Standard two is comparing the different approaches. This is huge. There's a whole bunch of things that we'll have to know for it. All right. And then you've got standard three, which is careers in psychology. All right. So this unit has 3 standards. Unit 1A, 3 standards. It's worth, when we take the test, 300 points. It'll be 100 points for each standard, and you'll be tested on the information for each standard separately. All right. So when we talk about the mastery standards or standard-based learning, it is you're going to learn by standard 1, 2, 3 for this unit. And so you'll be tested independently. It's all one big test, but you'll have a section of 10 questions for standard 1, Standard 2 probably has 20 questions because it's big. And then Standard 3, another 10 questions, okay? So that is what your test is going to look like. This is your study guide, all right? So this is what, you can, because you have your own copy, if you want to just type it in and answer the questions as you go. But this tells you, what am I going to be tested on, all right? And so you know at the beginning of the unit. So as you take notes, then you look at this and say, okay, what is it that I really need to know? Okay, I got to know these people. What do they do? Why are they important? And I have to know what introspection is, and I have to know how structuralism and functionalism compare. So you're being really told right up front, here's what you need to know, right? So it should help guide you in thinking about these and also, preparing for a test. So the ultimate study guide is the mastery standards. At the beginning of each unit, I'm going to give you a set of mastery standards. Normally, I would have a printed one and I would hand it to you as you walk through the door. I can't really do that right now. So you've got this one. And we'll just put that in we'll make a folder for each unit and we'll put the standards in so you have them and you can always refer back to them. All right, so that's mastery standards. That's all we're doing today. If you have not done all your assignments from Monday, Tuesday, today's a good catch-up day. And you're going to read about functionalism tonight. All right, tomorrow I'm going to give notes on structuralism and functionalism. We're going to do a comparison chart because that meets one of the standards. And then we'll move on to standard 2 on Friday. We'll have a quiz on Friday on standard 1. So you can kind of see what's coming. So anyway, that is it for today. I hope you have a great day. It's a short day. We've made it halfway through the first week. I hope you're doing okay. If you're having any issues, you don't understand anything, not anything, there's anything you don't understand, you're confused, don't sit and be confused and wonder. Just send me an email. I've had a lot of people email me. You can send me a message through Snapchat. I will answer you, okay? Be confident that I will answer you to the best of my ability, okay? So have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.